Okay, I'm going to come back to you on that one because that's a very important point. But here, you hear Mr. Brucha talking about the importance of human capital, that they want more Romanians, that they want to bring it back. So do you think the onus is on the companies, the governments, both? Because you do have so many people, Romanians moving to where I live, moving to London, moving to UK. So, Mr. Seitz, what do you think that the investment, where do you think the investment should be? I think you have one there, should be coming from. Mr. Seitz, the Secretary General of the Danube International. And if your mic doesn't work, I'll give you mine.
Indeed, there are brilliant people, brilliant minds in Romania. I know this by heart because in our small organizations, I also have more or less 1/4 of the workforce comes from Romania, in Vienna. So they are also in Vienna, those which perform high. And, well, unfortunately, as we heard, also those which are working in my organization, at the moment they are not thinking about coming back. And this is something what the policymakers in this country really should worry. They should be much more worried about the immigrants than the immigrants. This is also something what we face. When we look into
you should be more worried about the emigrants than the immigrants?
Yes.
The people leaving than the people coming to
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. I think this is the biggest problem also in the entire region, in many countries which are focusing very much also on immigration issues.
Sorry, do you mean like the UK, for instance? What do you?
No, for example, we have also a neighbor, Hungary. They are talking about 3,000-4,000 people which more or less should be resettled. Yeah, and in the time of the last 8 years, 600,000 Hungarians have left the country, working permanently outside of the country. So once again, Austria is the biggest beneficiary because many of them come to work and to live in Austria. But let me come back to the situation as it is also in Constanta. We are a small organization, but we have a couple of projects in the region. We are a business network, roughly 200 companies, a lot of them also from Romania. So I think that I know quite well how the situation is. And the port of Constanta is an important factor for the economy in the city and in the region and in Romania. But it could be more. It could be really the engine of economic development and prosperity. Not only a hub for cargo, import, export, and logistics. When we look into other seaports in Western Europe, Northwestern Europe, we see these seaports are also centers for regional development, and economies and production is there, industrial production is there. And this is also something what we still miss in Constanta. We have significant space. Everybody, when I bring also delegations from Western Europe, they see them deeply impressed about the huge infrastructure and about the huge possibilities. There is hectares of land which could be used for industrial production. But it is obvious that there are some barriers, which we currently analyze also together in a joint project in the European framework. Why is the port of Constanta and many ports in the region here not the first location for setting up businesses? And this has something to do also with the regulatory framework. So the port legislation. Just coming from a meeting in the framework of our project Damen in Enns. This is also a port location. It's a small port, a river port in Austria. And when you would like to set up a company in the industrial area, which needs also access to the waterfront for transshipment of goods, it takes you roughly 6 weeks, 8 weeks to buy up land, to make the necessary contracts with the port administration and to start your business. If you would like to do this in ports which are centrally governed in Romania, but it's the same also in Bulgaria, it takes you 1 year, 2 years. Maybe because you have to undergo a public tender for concession. This is an exercise which lasts at least 1 year. If you have bad luck, then you end at the courts, and then another year is gone. So you're really investing 2 years of time to spend your money. Yeah? And investors are shy animals. So they would they have a project. Each project has a window of opportunity, and this should be implemented as quick as possible. So when you have certain conditions where it takes you too long, then you will not make it. You will, the investment will go to other places.
So less regulation in a place like Constanta?
Well, I think a friend of mine said Romania is the best location to invest because you have a good educational system, you have dedicated people, you have also finance available. The only thing is, and he was Romanian, he said, we are the world champions in public administration and bureaucracy. And when working with our members here, we really see that bureaucracy is a big topic. We have too much administrative barriers, which lead to insufficiencies, which lead to time delays, and this hampers very much also the investment.